What's good, everybody? Off the Menu Podcast, episode 130. I'm here with my brothers, my co-host Tay.
Hello, everyone.
Moose.
Yeah.
And a very special guest, Elijah Graves, business owner, entrepreneur, clothing designer for Harmonic Zeal, as well as a special education teacher. But other than that, big stepper, go-getter, going crazy.
What's up, y'all? What's good?
This is so crazy still not being able to hear this.
You can't hear it still?
I can hear you guys, of course, but I can't.
You can't hear the soundboard?
No.
You did it really well.
I heard it.
You did it really well. That was tight.
That was
was
making
smooth.
sure the time.
That was crazy.
Yeah, you did your thing on that. I like that.
Yeah, he's counting ticks in his head.
That's how long
Yeah.
he's done it before.
I'm about to be a producer next week.
Hello,
Shoot. Make it
the
happen.
man of many hats.
Just one hat. I'm obviously shaving my head multiple times right now because I'm trying to figure myself out.
Really? Is that
What?
why you've been doing that?
Yeah. My hair's been going like this. Wait, is it?
Well, it's how you train it, bro.
No, and that's been the same way for 12 years.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he can train his hair. His hair's been the same for forever.
Yeah, it's been stuck this way. Even
I
if
mean,
I
yeah,
shave
I
it,
haven't seen your hair ever.
my hair it
Go.
go like this. Hotel.
Hey, go.
Go like this. But yeah, thank you, Elijah, for being here. I had the honor of sitting with you at a lunch with Brian Chow and the wife, and I got to get to know you a bit, and then not realizing we had crossed paths before.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You did the event at Cooperative, and I was like, man, I recognize your stuff. And then when we had that lunch, I was like, oh wait, you were at Cooperative. Yeah.
No, it's definitely a blessing. No, thank you guys for having me, utilizing this time. But yeah, I'm super blessed and thankful to, be here and chop it up with you guys for a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
And thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. We really appreciate it. It's been going crazy lately. I haven't been posting social media though.
Oh yeah, our pages have been going wild. Man.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't touched
Yeah.
social media, and then it's like all the numbers been going up.
There's
and
just a
I
bunch
was
of
I
people
haven't
just
even
going.
looked.
They're going back
They're
and
just
looking
like,
at shit. Yeah,
That's amazing.
That's all the old stuff.
yeah, because of the
amazing.
recent posts we have.
Yeah.
It's just once again we have we've had this discussion, bro. But it's just we have to just keep these wheels turning, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we really do.
It's
mean,
like we don't
told
post
you.
for a week, and then people are like, I wonder what's going on. And then they start flooding it, and I'm like, oh, wow, likes and comments and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so don't
That's
forget
good.
to comment, like, subscribe, follow our page.
That part.
Ask us
That
something.
part.
Damn.
Yeah, ask us questions.
I
or
just
something,
really
man.
want that. It's like, ask us some weird shit. It's like,
You should do a post and
Yeah,
say,
do a
ask
post.
Moose weird questions,
Just do a-
and then you'll answer them on the
Just
podcast.
do your own what are those
I
called?
love that.
Yeah, we
Just
can have
record
a
yourself.
You got
Moose
your own
segment.
portion.
Yeah.
Yeah, just record yourself. Yeah, question of the day.
Record
There
myself.
you go.
Yeah, the question of the day from Lucy. Whatever.
If they come in.
If
If they come in.
That's his like cartoon voice. That's when that happens. I always imagine that.
You guys got me on a tizzy, man. I can't help it.
But let's go ahead and get into the
Tizzy.
episode. Elijah, for the viewers, who are you and what do you do?
Oh yeah, I'm Elijah Graves. I'm fresh out here. I just got out here in June, so still enjoying the new environment, new scenery, things like that. But yeah, I'm a high school special education teacher first, and I'm a clothing brand owner of Harmonic Zeal. So just building those two platforms, and trying my best to utilize those things to be a positive impact to people around me.
That's awesome. When did you move here?
I
Or
moved
you said-
here in June.
Yeah, where did you move from? Sorry,
So
you
I
just
was,
said that.
man, I was living in Cedar City, Utah, man.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
out there for
yeah.
about 10 years, but I grew up in Vegas, so I was out there. And then I have some family that lives in Cedar City, so I'm like, you know what, let me go out there. It's still close to home, but, away at the same time. Small community, kind of just lock in. But yeah, I was there,
Yeah.
went to school, and then stayed an extra 5 years. And yeah, and I'm like, it's time to get up out of here.
Did you go to college out there?
Yeah, I went to Southern Utah University.
There we go. Okay.
What's life out there in the
Cedar
South?
City, bro.
Not a lot. Let me tell you that. Not a lot.
That's what I
but
thought.
I think just the community I was able to, find out there allowed me to have a really meaningful and fun experience during college. I was able to play basketball a little bit my last 2 years, which was, a dope experience. I didn't think I was going to be able to, get to that point. But then after, when all my friends left, then just working,
Yeah.
nothing out
He
there
said
for
it
me.
wasn't for me.
Man, nah, but it was one of those sacrifices you got to do to build that foundation. But man, those 5 years after graduating was different. So not a whole lot of things to go out and do. Kind of got to go find your own little realm of things and lock in that way.
That's a lot of Utah though, because growing up, even like Salt Lake area, if you weren't, even when I was 21, you just had to kind of find your own fun.
Yeah,
We did some very not recommended things for the sake of fun.
you being creative.
Not me. My friends were.
Well, you know,
I think I could say it now.
You
'cause
were
we're-
being creative, but your friends were peeing
I
on
was being-
doorknobs.
No, one of them was my friend, but the soccer player at Copper Hills, if you graduated from 2013, you guys are crazy, man. They're peeing.
He puts them all on
pooping.
blast right now.
Oh, dude, it was like the talk of the town. We could talk about it. It's been over like 7 years. We can't get in trouble, right?
It's been over 10 years.
Oh, I know, but that's like 7 years is when I can get in trouble for something,
yeah.
right?
is it really?
I think so.
I don't know.
that
Look,
was,
okay, I don't want to mention all the old stuff that's been going on. But yeah.
I don't actually don't want to say no
froze.
more.
He
I was
froze
like, oh, wait, no, let's not talk about high school. But either way, speaking of education, though, was like being a part of education now, like always a part of the plan for you?
No, never. I mean, if you asked me before what I thought I was going to be doing, it never would have been education. I mean, going into college, I was there for exercise science. And kind of as I transitioned through that, I'm like, I don't think this is for me. And I started to coach right when I moved out to Cedar City, and I worked at a juvenile kind of correctional facility. And just kind of being able to make meaningful relationships and, impact, the few that were around me. I'm like, okay, I might be, good at this. And I watched a movie called Freedom Riders.
Yep.
Oh, I love
Such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
After I watched that, I'm like, whoa, like such a big impact can be made, in these, communities or just within the, realms that you have, and just be able to have that platform to, inspire, empower, and motivate people around you. I'm like, cool, I like that. So I kind of just transitioned, pivoted, and then, I went that route.
All started from coaching, from basketball at this point. Basketball,
Yeah.
and then coaching kids at a juvenile center. That's so tough, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, it's pretty badass.
It's like
Yeah.
fucking, what's the longest yard, but it's not the longest yard.
Not the longest
I
yard.
know, I'm fucking around, bro. I'm
What's
fucking around.
Now you messed me up. Remember the Titans. That's what it is.
Sure.
It'd be closer to
Gridiron
like
gang?
Coach Carter.
Gridiron gang.
yeah, Coach Carter,
Yeah,
Coach
juveniles.
Carter.
Like even the high schoolers that were
Longest
going
yard's more
away.
of a funny hee hee ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, more like Coach Carter.
I love Coach Carter.
It's a great movie.
You had to run
Great
1,000
flick.
laps to get back on the team.
Man.
Timo.
That man was not playing. That was not playing.
So when did so you kind of pivoted from the sports, you got into education, and then when did the clothing come up?
Probably I started thinking about it my first year teaching. So I got in, COVID hit my first year. So I'm like, I think that's when like people started posting a bunch of fit pics and things like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I like this. And I enjoyed being able to, showcase, who I am through, clothing as well. So I'm like, you know what, let me figure out how to do this. So I kind of just was researching YouTube and reading books and trying to figure out what kind of lane is going to allow me to do this. So work. And then maybe 2022 is when I started to like release things and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why clothing then? So like you did a lot of things. You did your research during COVID, and then in 2022, did you figure it out? I was like, I really like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's just another creative outlet for me, it's being able to, express myself in a way where I'm able to put a positive message behind my clothing brand and be able to even put that, inside my classroom to where my students are like, oh, he's doing something else that's kind of untraditional or unconventional. And he's, showcasing what else there is available for us to, explore creativity as well. That's not the typical go to college and get this kind of job, being able to explore different routes, and see it firsthand. So I think just being able to have a different medium of, expressing myself allows me to get that out in different ways and meet different people, but also allows the people around me and my students to be able to be, impacted in that way as well.
I like the community aspect because I remember when we were having this conversation, during our lunch, I took a lot in. Like I went and watched all your content from previous years, and then I was like, man, this guy's very inspirational. Like,
I appreciate it, man.
that whole lunch was just so weird because it was like me, Brian Chow, and then like we were just talking about things,
Yeah.
and then we would get you to chime in, and he was like, I don't really know, but this is how I feel. This is how I would feel about things. And every time you turned a negative into a positive, you kind of looked at the outlook differently. Even you may not have been a part of something, but you were like, what, I don't really know what's going on, but this is how I feel. And I was like, man, you really you really knew how to turn the conversation the other direction whenever it needed to be.
I appreciate that.
And then you have Brian Chow.
Man, the go right there, the motion man.
Yeah, he'll make any. This is why this is happening right now. I had the opportunity. I had to be able to have the
He's
lunch
so
with him.
positive, but so negative at the same time. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
He's so counterintuitive. I don't get how it works, bro.
Like he wants the best for you, but he will also rip on you the second he gets a chance.
Yeah, and I think it's just him wanting the best from everyone, though.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah,
does.
100%.
When he knows that you could be doing better and you're not realizing yourself, or you do realize it and you're being lazy about it, that's the one thing he does.
Yeah.
He dislikes being lazy.
Yeah.
No.
So he's always moving 100 miles a minute. He's
Yeah.
always trying to figure something out for other people and himself, and trying to bring people together. And then he's hoping those relationships build off each other and goes forward from there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my takeaway from Brian. I love the guy.
Yeah.
That's little bro for me. And every time I check up on him, it's like, hey bro, I hope you're doing well. And then he always just messages me. He's like, yeah, life's great, God's great. He always tells me that. Those are his very simple words to make sure that he's always looking positive.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I love that guy.
How did you come up with the name?
So I think during that kind of downtime, so I grew up, my dad is a reggae musician, so kind of being around music a lot and thinking of harmony, right? When you think of harmony, you think of, collective people or instruments coming together to make something sound good, right? So harmonic would just be a single component of that.
Right.
So everyone bringing in, their their skill sets or the things that they bring into, from life and coming together to make something, harmonious. And then zeal is just the enthusiasm to achieve a goal or a purpose, whatever that may be. So like this example for all of us, we're coming in together with our own expertise, our own path, to coming together and building each other up, empowering each other. Because there's room for everybody to win.
Yeah. Well, that's like really deep into it, because when we started the brands, when we thought about plenty of names, it never got to the point where it was like super deep. And then we created more about nothing. And I was like, there's always more to nothing.
Yeah.
Realizing like you can always start from the bottom, and people will never realize your journey.
Yeah.
And then you just keep going and going and going. And then people always realize the end, what the end is, but don't know there's an actual story behind it.
Right.
And so that's why we say there was always more to nothing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
It was one of those names where he wrote on a napkin, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I think this is the one."
Hey.
And it's like that was like 7 years ago, right? And I remember feeling like we were so deep. And then even now, like I still love the name too, but it's like, and we've had like pages and pages of things that we've written about like what it really means.
Yeah.
But even now to this day, it doesn't really get that old trying to kind of figure it out.
I mean, I think everything's kind of just like a fluid concept. You have a name, and I think it adjusts as times go. Things, experiences that you may go through or go, and I think you would, let me evolve it a little bit because this is, where I'm at in this season of my life. So I think it's always, a fluid concept that we can continue to adjust and, do whatever it is we need to.
Yeah. And how long have you how long has it been since you started the brand?
3 years.
3
3
years.
years. I was gonna say because I saw those the pants that you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the freaking
Sweatpants?
yeah,
Yeah.
that you rip off. I was like, oh
Breakaways?
my god! I was like, how do you do that? Yeah, those are sick.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this started in Cedar City,
Yeah.
and you were still in school, or were you?
I was teaching at that time, so I was
okay.
probably my second year teaching, I believe.
So you said after COVID, basically during COVID? Okay.
Yeah, so my second year teaching, I think, is when I first started to drop some stuff.
Did you initially start? So you started 2022 dropping stuff. When you initially started, was it like online, or did you build a community in Cedar City?
No, it was online. I was just trying to figure out the
Nice.
path. Yeah, it was
Really?
online. I found some people in St. George. There's not a lot in Cedar City, so I went down to the biggest city I had close to me. Went down there, talked to a few people about printing and getting blanks at that time, and they kind of set up my website and stuff for me, so I can kind of get an idea of what inventory I need, who's buying what, before I kind of switch it over to Shopify and kind of do it myself. So yeah, it's just online and learning how to get it out
I
there.
was say, yeah. How was that first experience? Because it's not I wouldn't say it's not a normal route, but people don't normally just build an online website and then sell clothes. You know what I'm saying? They kind of
It's a little more difficult to tap
Yeah.
in right away.
So how was that kind of experience for you, and how'd that work, and how'd it go positively and negatively?
I mean, I enjoy every experience that goes along with it, whether, I think everything's a win if you're able to go
Right.
back, and look and analyze and make adaptations. But I found a studio in St. George. I had my little cousin come with me. We had my aunt's camera. I said,
Okay.
yo, let's go this photo shoot. Let's go make it do what it do. I don't know how to edit, but I'm just gonna be out here modeling my clothes, take some pictures, just put on Instagram.
We've all been there before.
You know,
dude.
just some organic stuff, and you know, let it rock on Instagram, and kind of just learn and build, ask questions to people, watch YouTube, and just slowly, you know, walk up that staircase.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How was the traffic for you? Like with you know,
the first one, I mean, since I didn't have to buy inventory, nothing was out of hand, so I was
There you
able to make a profit.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
I'm okay, cool. I like this. I'm not taking a huge risk of kind of understanding what the market looks like.
Right.
So from there, I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I sold. Now let me buy 50. Cool. Let's look. And then, so I mean, I was able to sell out of those, like my first run of when I went on Shopify. But the first run, I mean, not anything crazy, but I'm like, okay, cool, enough to give me, okay.
Feel good about it, right? Yeah. Okay.
People like it. Okay, right on. Let's let's keep working. Let's keep up in the score a little bit.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
And cool that you found like a print shop that was able to kind of teach you at least like a fundamental
it was
understanding.
Major. Yeah.
Like because even for us, we count ourselves really lucky because when we first started like getting our stuff printed, we found, what was his name? You remember his name from Open Air? Yeah, Kirk. Kirk from Open Air Screen Printing, just like tucked away in the middle of State Street, and you had no idea that this thing was there.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of taught us everything that we need to know. It's like, if you want us to print this, like, you got to bring us like this, this, and this. And we're like, this is our first time. So we're like, oh, shoot, okay, cool. And then he would always like show us something new. So I feel like we were very lucky to kind of like have that experience where somebody was like, okay, well, let me tell you what you're going to need. And it like, at least to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause now even like my job is literally that.
Okay, got you. You know, it's definitely a blessing to have somebody, you know, with some guidance, with some prior experience to be able to, you know, lay that, you know, blueprint out. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's like YouTube videos of World Envision. I watch a lot of their stuff, you know, even, you know, up to this date, but it's kind of just giving me some, you know, guidance of what that looks like.
Yeah,
check that out.
Yeah, no, they're great. And the clothing business is such a weird business too. It's weird, like you can meet these guys are that in the screen printing business that have been doing it for years. They've just been seeing this stuff through generations. And then when you finally get to sit down and have a chance to speak with them, there's like they spit all this game and terms that you don't know. and I was able to learn a lot from Kirk. Now I go into a print shop and I'm like, okay, this is what I need to ask. This is how, because you go into a print shop and you let them do it. I used to go in there and be like, all right, you guys do this. Here's the design. Figure it out. Then when we get the design back, I'm like, oh, that's not what I wanted. What the heck? And then he's like, and then he told us how to do job sheets and do all this other stuff.
Everything.
And I was like, all right. So we kind of figured it out from there.
And mind you, like, people don't go there in person. Like, he does everything through email or through phone. And then we were walking in there and be like, okay, Kirk, I got this thing for you. He's like, okay, send it to me in an email. And I'm like, and that's just how we would like do it with him for at least like the first year.
Gotcha.
Very funny.
That first year was a journey. I was in there a lot. Because my shift was like 11:30 to 8. So I would go in there at 9 o'clock, sit there and talk with him about what he's planning on doing and all this other stuff. And I think that kind of opened me up to being able to have conversations with people in a business like that.
Yeah. It was very, very eye-opening. Bring back a lot of memories. So
I bet. I bet.
So you came up with the name Harmonic Zeal, and then when you sit down and start your creative process, how did you know that was going to be the first part of your drop? How did you go about that one design and then figure it out from there?
From that point in the beginning, I think I was just trying to find inspiration of, you know, cool things I like and try to graph it out myself. I got Adobe Illustrator at that time. Terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was able to find some artists. I'm like, okay, this is kind of what I want. Can you do this? I didn't really have a game plan of how I kind of wanted to curate a drop. I just kind of put some things together that I thought were cool. I look back, some of them aren't that cool, but you know,
it's always a story, man.
But yeah, at that time, I was just trying to put out things I liked. I thought was cool at the time. And you know, as I'm gaining experience, trying to get, you know, a little bit better at storytelling, kind of curating a vibe for an aesthetic for what it is that I'm dropping and be more intentional with those things. But yeah, I think at that time I was just putting together, oh, that looks cool. This looks cool. All right, let's do that.
And are you just like doing a solo? What has kind of been like the challenge? Because I would imagine that it's like you have to just think about everything.
I think that may be the challenge of having so many hats. And trying to, you know, figure out the game on my own, not necessarily on my own, because I have a lot of people that I speak to and ask for guidance. But I think, just trying to, and sometimes coming up with that inner confidence of if this drop didn't go well, dang, and just being able to, build that back up. But I think just handling so many jobs, but I think that's necessary as well, because when, I'm building and be able to delegate different tasks, I need to be able to showcase how I want the business ran, and all these different hats to be able to spread out the jobs.
Yeah.
So
the workload, because you have to like be the one that knows how to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's been difficult but fun at the same time. It's stretched me, it's challenged me, put me in areas of uncomfort. So I think that's what allows me to grow and keep trying to get better and figure out ways to switch up my systems to make sure that I'm getting the results that I want.
Yeah. And what's your favorite part about like just like the creative process in general?
I would say I've been having a lot of fun getting a lot of ideas. Like I'll go on Pinterest and I'll find,
my favorite
I
place.
like this, I like this, and I'm going to take a couple things here, and then know the kind of functionality and fit that I like, and let me add some custom components of drawbacks I may have with some pants or shirts, whatever, and be able to add in custom pieces. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And so I think just being able to grab inspiration and kind of think outside the box a little bit and kind of put my own little twist on things. I think that process is fun, and then sending in your sample to get made and then getting it back, that's a great feeling. Getting it back, okay, I like this. This feels good, perfect. Now we can go into full production of it. So that's really cool to kind of see the things that you are putting days in to work on and then getting it and like, okay, I made it happen. Like it's real now.
Like taking it all the way from start to finish.
Yeah, that creative process is so crazy in the beginning, because when you're trying to learn everything, and then you finally see the end product and you're satisfied with it, then that's one of the greatest feelings in this business. And then you get a lot of those where it's like, oh man, I really didn't like how this turned out, and you got to keep going back at it. But every new repetition is just you learning and learning and learning.
That's like the best part, and then also like the scary part of making clothes, because I love just drawing up mock-ups and also making designs. But when you're like doing like the physical product, because when you're making a clothing brand, you're making physical products, which cost like, it could be like a good amount of money too. Because we've gotten orders like in the past where like, oh shoot, this wasn't like what I thought, and it's like one of the scariest things. But then you kind of have to just kind of figure out like how to work with it, because a lot of businesses is like they'll work with you, but it's such a scary thing, especially for me. That's why I try to let down like the perfectionist mindset. It's like it has to be perfect, because if it doesn't come out perfect, I'm gonna like lose my mind. But then once you kind of like been through it a few times, we've done it so many times now, we're like, okay, well we got to do this, because if that doesn't happen, it's just like a plethora of problems right after. So For your brand, I've noticed too as well, with the inspiration behind a lot of things that you do, there seems to be a story behind each and everything. Like you just did that recent drop with the pants, and you did that shoot downtown. Like, did you curate the ideas to be able to put all these pieces together and then finally bring it into fruition?
I mean, I think I gain inspiration, kind of get a feel for what kind of vibe that I'm trying to present. And like I'm still trying to get better at that. I have ideas. I'm like, okay, this is the direction I want to go for this year of 2025. But just trying to create a good feeling, be able to story tell a little bit more, and just be able to give something that people are gonna want to be a part of. I think going back to the community building, just create high quality garments that have a great message behind it that people want to be involved with. So I think that's kind of where I'm at right now when I'm trying to curate the aesthetic, or curate the storytelling or just the vibe behind the pieces that I'm dropping. And right now is trying to be more intentional with what that looks like.
Do you ever have students come up to you? Do you ever wear your stuff at school, and then when you're teaching, did they ever come up to you and be like, I want to do this one day, how do I get started?
Yeah, and that's been an awesome feeling. At my last school back in Cedar City, I have a good amount of students that have bought my stuff while I was working there. So I see kids with my stuff. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Cool. And then like a little bit before I left, I had maybe 3 or 4 kids that, oh, I want to do this. Can we sit down and talk? Of course, let's sit down and talk and kind of go through what this, may look like. And even in certain, classes where I was doing like a study skills class, but I like to, implement different variations of like mindset shifts and kind of like to give them my testimony as well so they can kind of see a real life, of what's going on. So, yeah, just being able to, give them as much game as I can and allow them to have, the tools necessary to be successful in whatever they want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been super dope to be able to have sit-down conversations where they're interested and they're curious. A lot of times it's hard to get our students curious about things. So I think it's awesome that sparked something in them. Like, ooh, let me see what I can do with this. Let me see what this looks like so I can kind of invest into something, maybe the same path or another path that I may be, interested in.
Damn, that's like so fucking important to have. Sorry. I don't want to swear and then also talk about school kids. But no, it's like it's so important though because when I was younger, I kind of had like sparks of it because I was always kind of artsy fartsy kid, and I always wanted to learn like graphic design, and wasn't really sure where to start, like taking classes here or whatever, and then even like off campus classes. But there was never like a teacher that really got the niche that I was like really really interested without having, I guess, the experience to even express it.
Yeah.
So with the kids that you have, technology is way more into their life than it ever was ours. Like, do they kind of just like catch on to things a lot faster when it comes to like trends and what's cool?
I would say a handful of them, yes. A handful of them, no. It kind of just depends on kind of where they're at and kind of their, environments. I've been able to see a different shift of, where I was at in the community I was at back in Cedar City compared, to here. So I think, dressing wise, trend wise, are different within the area that you're in. But I think I've met a good amount of kids that are their mindset's a little bit maybe advanced, for lack of a better word, but they already kind of know what they want, what the direction is, what that path may look like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was never thinking about that when I was 15, 16 years old. So kudos to you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do my best to help and facilitate whatever it is that you have in your mind. Don't let that, don't let your light dim. Continue to be empowered and allow your light to shine.
Yeah.
So even if I may not be an expertise in whatever niche that, they're in, I just try to give my light, give my encouragement, so that they know they have a supporter. So, yeah.
That's got to be a great feeling as a student, though, because I know that if I was in a position where I had someone that looked out for me like that, or that at least led me in a direction, because I always knew that I always wanted to do clothing or something creative.
Yeah.
But no teachers understood at that time.
Yeah.
They did probably, but they didn't want to put you in that direction because they don't know where it could lead, and they don't want to be responsible for it. But now with the internet, it's so powerful. Like you can teach a kid something, they can go home and really get on the internet and really learn everything.
Yeah, even what like AD Sneaks talks about.
Yeah, AD Sneaks goes crazy. And
it's really cool what he gets his kids like involved in and inspired in, and then also just kind of like giving them a prime example. It's like, oh, if this is like kind of what you're interested in, this is kind of like ways to kind of do it, which is really, I'm jealous, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's dope that he's able to do that and use his platform, use his knowledge and all that stuff just to give games to these kids that maybe want it or just be inspired by it.
Yeah, so. It's crazy because like that guy has almost 300,000 followers, and when we had the chance to sit with him and talk with him, he was like, I asked him, I was like, do you think you want to teach for the rest of your life? He goes, I never want to stop teaching. I want to keep teaching these kids and showing them that they can do it. So he hosted every semester he hosts a competition between the students, and they get to design their own shoe.
That's cool.
And then with our other homie, our brother JSM, he makes the shoe for them, and then they sell it to, and the money goes into profits for the kids' school or whatever.
That's fire.
And so I like the idea of building the community because you have something behind you that you just do for fun.
Yeah.
And you get to introduce it to your community with the students because that goes first. And I like that you were able to incorporate all that together.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, that's a dope. Yeah, I didn't even know he did all that. That's awesome.
Yeah. He does a lot for the kids.
Yeah, and like I said, having that conversation with him plenty of times about him not wanting to stop teaching because he knows that the youth is the future, and he knows that they just need someone to listen, and then they can do the youth can do everything. I know 16-year-olds that are making $1 million designing shirts.
Yeah,
when you see see those, it's like it's so crazy. They just put it out there. Like being in Atlanta, you got to be so crazy. Or like in New York or wherever, And then those bigger cities, these kids know they have opportunities. So outside, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Oh, I'd say so. Outside of the schoolwork and everything, what do you like to do for fun?
I mean, now since I'm in a city where there's actually things to do, like I like to go out and try new food. Back in Cedar City, we had Applebee's and Chili's.
Are you serious? Like
I
nothing
swear.
else?
There was nothing else, bro.
I mean, we had a couple other things, but nothing.
Okay, yeah, nothing that stood out for you.
Yeah, so I like going out to eat. I like trying new things. I like to play basketball, read, listen to podcasts, just hang out with friends, just vibe out with good community, to where we can kind of just learn, grow, and just enjoy each other's company. I don't do anything too. I like to travel. I know you and I spoke about Japan and things like that. It's on my list now.
Dude, you gotta go.
And I will.
Oh my god,
it's on the list. It's on the list, so that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to travel, especially like since I'm a teacher. I have summers off, so I'm able to go and try to hopefully see different cultures and see what other areas look like, gain inspiration, learn. But yeah, so those are some of the things that I do.
Yeah.
So.
This is the cheapest year to travel to Japan. So if you take the
2025.
opportunity
Is
this
it?
summer, it
Yeah,
is.
this year's their market. They're
Not only just the yen, but like
so
it's
bad.
like it's cheap just to travel there. Like people are buying tickets on Delta for
like they
$6.90.
just want more.
$6.90
round trip.
Round trip.
What?
You
Bro.
got me fucked up.
We paid $1,200 round trip last year.
That's what I'm saying.
For a
Sheesh.
third party company, not even Delta or United or anything. They were this another company, and they $1,200 round trip.
How's that flight?
It was honest. There's no entertainment, so that's the downside to it. So
Damn.
you got
That's
to raw
tough.
dog it.
That's
You
a
gotta-
Sheesh.
That's a long.
Oh yeah, Ron
flight.
Dog.
we got a Fast and the Furious on the phone the whole
My
time.
AirPods won't last,
Dang.
dude. They're
Yeah,
Yeah,
gone.
mine won't either. Yeah.
Good thing there's a USB you can just plug in.
That's
Good thing I got two of them.
Yeah, but this year is so if you want to take advantage
Okay.
of it, I think this year would be best to travel. Summer is kind of hot.
Yeah.
It is hot, but
what I
honestly,
heard.
you get to see the most style in the summertime
Dressing,
because
yeah.
people are going crazy and
dressing.
they will go fully dressed out in summertime.
Okay.
You're from Cedar City. You'll be fine. it's hot as balls down there.
But it's also cold.
Oh, true. But
Let's say Cedar City gets pretty fucking cold.
well, when we were walking in I remember we're in the Billionaire Boys Club store, and that day was fucking hot. Like I remember our clothes.
This is in April, in March
and
April.
Is it like humid hot? Because like
Humid
I
hot.
because I
Humid
grew
hot.
up in like Vegas, so it's
Yeah.
like dry heat hot. But
no.
yeah, that humid is rough.
Yeah.
Right when you get off the plane, we went in
You
August. Our
sweating.
first.
Oh,
No,
man.
I didn't even know if I was sweating or if it was just the
Yeah, the air?
humidity, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Why am I sweating? Why am I fogged up right now?"
It's even worse when it's cold too, because we had a couple cold mornings and we had to layer up a little bit.
I love cold mornings though. In
I know
Japan,
because you're thick as a bear. Like,
yeah, you're
Yeah.
a big ass like cold mornings.
I get cold now. Okay, there's a difference between that tay and this tay. That's, 50 pounds is such a big difference in
that's
temperature.
true. That is true.
I get
Okay.
really cold now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I get.
I mean, this is the first time
You don't
I've
know
seen
what
one.
cold is.
yeah, dude.
This is the first year.
You know what's funny? I shaved my head and then like I wore pants, and then people were like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
When did you shave your head?
No, it was shorter than this
Okay.
last week, but it just grew back already.
I was saying,
See, I didn't notice that either, so I guess I get some
Yeah.
shit too.
I don't know.
Went a 7 on top and went short, like half an inch or something.
Man.
Yeah, I'm going through a crisis right now.
I've
Trying to figure out-
Whatever, bro. Don't even talk about fucking. Don't even talk about fucking fucked up hair and shit, bro.
Whatever.
My shit is peeled back like a foreskin, bro.
Hey, this is a very family friendly episode, bro.
Sorry.
We're talking about kids and education.
You should have beat me out, sorry.
I'm doing great though.
Yeah, you're thriving. You got a
I
haircut.
got
You-
beautiful hair. I was growing it out. I did the Carmi for a little bit, but I was like, I can't do this. It was just way too much.
It was getting too crazy. At one point, you didn't know how to handle it.
You can when you got the straight,
Yeah.
beautiful hair. It's just-
Yeah. I get it. I don't get it, but yeah.
You're such
I've never had the opportunity to have hair like you.
Hey man, I'm just pretty, dog. Just
Yeah,
leave me
dude.
alone. It's all I got. all I got. But
So traveling and all this other stuff. So you played basketball in college, right?
Yeah, I played my last 2 years. I walked on my senior year, and I
That's
played my
crazy.
5th year as well.
We're gonna have to get you to play
You
for
wa-
our off the menu team.
You
Let's do it.
walked on. senior
Walked
year.
on,
That's
yeah,
tough.
bro. Yeah, I'm like, it's like
SU too. That's not easy, bro. So I don't
it
know.
was a great opportunity. Like, so in college, I lived with track athletes, so they were traveling all the time. I'm at the crib by myself. I'm like, man, they're doing all these activities on campus. I'm like, yeah, I need to go do something. So, yeah, I was. My uncle had a gym out there, so I was trying to get the work in, and I started to invite some of the dudes that played for the team over to just play pickup,
Yeah.
and became friends with them. They talked to coach, and then the following season, I was a practice player, and then some dudes got hurt, And
Brought
I got some reps in, and then
Damn.
coach was like, before our first game against Oregon State, he's like, yo, you come with us. I said, say less.
So tough.
Say less.
He's like, he got the Thor beard. We gotta get him.
Did you play in high school then?
Yeah.
And then you went to college not wanting to play basketball, or did you?
So I kind of just stopped after high school. So, yeah, then I went to college as a regular student.
Yeah.
Wanted to relax a little bit since I've been doing sports for so long, and it didn't get the things I wanted to go play
Yeah.
at the next level. So I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Let me just do school. And then, yeah, after I was roommates with
You
my
must be
guys.
nice, bro. If you took a 4-year break, and just said, "Yeah, let me just walk on
walk on in
D1
college.
D1 AA school, see if I can hoop real quick." What the hell?
So, no, it was cool. It was a blessing. I'm super thankful for the opportunity to be able to go and, live one of the, dreams I had, as a kid. So
Yeah.
definitely an awesome experience.
Hey, yeah, we got to pick him up for the pro am team.
Let's do it.
It's a cash prize too.
Okay. Right on.
Wait, when
They pushed it to next month, huh?
Yeah.
This is actually
Noah and Stoner still. Okay, bet I'm not playing shit. I'm just there to coach write
Oh.
the X's and O's.
I
it was
got
the
you.
last thing that you guys were playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're doing a pro AM team. So
The pro am league.
Yeah,
they're actually making it official now.
yeah. So this was going to be a fun one. They're going to put everything together, and I don't know. We're trying to figure out how to get our team going for our league.
For the Asian league, for like the actual Asian, because they're doing weekly. Well, now it's Asian versus Latinos.
Yeah.
Because
Whoa.
they didn't have enough people, I guess.
Yeah, they
teams.
got like 3 teams from each side.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's because so there's a new owner for this training facility.
Okay.
It used to be some people that I didn't grow up with, but played basketball with. They were like 10 years older than us, but they were
Okay.
like the hottest players from like West Valley.
Okay.
So they built a gym in Harriman, and then I guess some things just didn't work out. And they sold it to another guy,
Okay.
and this guy is now trying to run like leagues there.
Right on.
And so they tried to do a Latina league and then an individual Asian league, and they
Okay.
realized that there was just not enough teams for either leagues, and now they're just.
It's just
Okay.
hard to get people to commit
Damn.
for 8 weeks.
That's actually so
Yeah.
sick, though.
But yeah,
It's like
and
the
also
Jets versus the
$700 is a
Sharks.
lot, bro.
$700 per team?
yeah.
But it's a cash prize at the end. So, but
Okay.
that cash prize is probably like $500, a grand if
What?
at the
700
most.
entry to get in?
I know, but you got to think about like. You have to pay for like the main, like I don't know. how to
It's
explain
facility
this.
fees,
facility
and, you know,
fee,
like,
referees,
Yeah.
and then obviously, just fucking.
Okay, well, I think the pot should be a little more.
But we'll pick you up for the pro
pot
am
is,
For sure,
league.
for
the
sure.
pot is probably
I'll make sure to
$500.
get back in the
that's-
gym
yeah.
for you, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Get them
God.
shots
Like, we should have won. I don't know if we should have won the championship, but we definitely should have been in
No,
the championship.
Okay.
we beat that team. We won the championship.
We definitely should have been in the championship.
We beat
though.
that team. We win the championship. But the format was just weird because you go into playoffs.
Yeah.
And then if you don't make the first seed, then you're
playing straight 3 games in a row.
4 games in a row.
Got
Yeah.
you.
4 games in a row, and that goes into the championships.
Yeah.
And by that time, like
you
everyone's
died.
playing the worst basketball they're playing
No,
at that point in
facts.
time.
Yeah,
That's a lot
It
of
was like
basketball.
it was like the third game that day.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
a lot of basketball.
And that basketball was just sloppy basketball at the end of that game.
yeah. It's like we had the best 2 players that they were just moving. They were doing everything, but
Yeah.
we just couldn't.
Everybody
figure
else
it out.
couldn't keep
Yeah.
up with them
I got
because
you.
they were actually athletes.
Yeah,
Got you. Got you.
you know,
they had one of the greatest 1-2 punches that
I'm a
in that
27-year-old
league right
man
there.
with lower back pain and hard of hearing, so I can't really be moving like that.
He had
anymore.
ankle. He had ankle.
I don't
First
know,
game, he
bro.
already had bad
The
ankle.
passion
Oh,
for
dang.
my hoops is on, bro. Suck.
It's okay.
It's because I think it's because I just got worse and I got bad, and that's why I lost my passion because I can't compete anymore. So I'm like, fuck, I can't. I don't want to try and then actually be bad,
Yeah.
So I just don't try and just be bad
Jeez.
because I don't want to accept the fact that if I try and I'm bad,
Oh,
that's
come
what
on.
Always got to
What
try
kind of
everything. I'm 32 years old and I rekindled that love for
Tate was
basketball.
busted ass. I won't lie, bro.
Okay.
Come on.
He traveled double dribble a few times. We let it slide, but
Yeah.
he was busted.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, you solid. Yeah.
Just had to figure it out again.
like this-
I haven't picked up a basketball in 5
Yeah,
years.
he had to get used
I
to
got
the
you.
quick cuts and the rebound.
I wasn't expecting all that. I thought people were trying to press up on me. And I was like, okay. You think I'm going to keep shooting? I don't shoot threes. That day is
you
gone.
don't. Yeah,
No
he was-
more.
That day is gone.
He was moving motherfuckers out the way. Those little ass Asian kids. Oh man, shit was funny as fuck. Bro. I'm just standing there watching this shit. Like, I was like, you guys are about to get bullied.
You gotta play your role, man.
Dude, it was so
Yes.
funny because when I'm playing against these guys, I'm like, I feel big. Like these guys
Yeah.
are like 5'7", 5'8", and
Yeah.
I'm like,
God damn.
And
No,
then
they're
I'm
tiny,
sitting there
bro.
like I'm playing against them, backing them down, and then they're like, one of them was like, "Dude, you strong as fuck." I'm like, honestly,
I'm not even doing anything.
I'm just 300 pounds, 5'10". Like you're not pushing me. No, that was fun. No, I want to play basketball. I want to keep playing now. So I'm hoping we can get a team for the league. I know you'll be gone for the rest of it, but
Oh, damn, huh?
the second half, me and Aline
sucks.
talked about it, but you'll be missing the second half. And I was like, I don't really want to play without you unless we can find other people to play in that league.
Unless we find
Yeah.
somebody that looks exactly like
We're playing, is it on Sundays?
Yes.
Yeah, I asked James. James says he can't play Sundays.
Yeah.
And then Connor didn't really ever respond to me, so I don't know.
calling him out on the pod.
Yeah.
um,
No, it's all good. If we can't, then it's fine. I'll just figure out how to play weekly still and try to get back into it for when we can get a team together. And then when we get the actual professional team together, then
the prime team?
Yeah, we'll be okay. We're chilling. I'm just sitting on the bench taking pictures. That's all I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to be doing my thing.
Just don't overflood our story next time. I'm looking at you, man.
It was Sheila and Amy.
I was looking at that shit. I was
But
like,
you
holy shit.
understand that Amy loves hoops, bro.
She loves
I know,
basketball.
Yeah,
I know.
she's gonna post that
Yeah,
shit. No
totally.
matter what.
Well, we sponsored the team, so like she wants to make sure everyone knew that we were
Hey.
doing.
And if you can like go down to like maybe a 12 post.
Hey, you're not the CEO, bro.
I'm
you don't,
creative.
You don't make the decisions here.
Dude, with this new like transfer of Instagram update, we got to have a strategy.
Did it
Okay?
too?
I'm thinking about this. I don't know anything about sports, but I know about that. Okay,
So let's
Okay,
get
can
back.
you just design our jerseys then?
I would if you guys let me. Yeah.
That didn't sound too.
I mean, I don't know. I saw the first jersey. I was like, it's just two numbers and off the menu.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. But it just didn't sound
Well,
like you were
that's
too
us,
enthused to
yeah.
do that.
We didn't even know we had a team until 2 weeks.
Oh,
True.
well.
We didn't officially and to order jerseys during Christmas.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks. But yeah,
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind,
and then so you couldn't get anything ordered right when, especially between the holidays in China and like Lunar New Year,
true that.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
True that.
hard to get anything manufactured.
Right
Yeah.
now, hell yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Lunar New Year
They
was
got
crazy.
they got this week. Oh, happy Lunar New Year, y'all! It's the year of the snake once again. Make sure you guys
So late.
Make sure you guys enjoy. It's just be a week late, but make sure you guys enjoy the year and prosper because
shedding the skin.
this is the chance. This is the opportunity to really take things in this year and really become the person you want to be.
It was a good year for not chickens,
Chicken.
roosters,
Good years for chickens.
It's rabbits, snakes, and
roosters, snakes, and oxes. Swear to you. Yeah,
They didn't know. I'm not saying
swear to you.
I don't believe in that Chinese
I don't know if it was
voodoo,
rabbit. I thought it
man.
was pigs.
no. Pigs have the worst luck.
Oh,
this
it's
year.
it's the pigs that have
Oh,
horses.
They have the
that's
worst luck this
me.
year.
and
me.
and horses don't have a good or horses are next year. I think.
Your horses are next. The reason, because of this.
I don't know, guys.
The horse. I saw this when they're finishing the race
Yeah.
to finish out the zodiac calendar, right?
Yeah.
The horse was ahead of the snake, but
Yep.
there's a big river that comes in play, and the snake wraps itself around the horse,
Yep, yep.
and then it springs past the finish line to beat the
lost
horse.
me.
No, that's an actual story.
Yeah,
I know, but he lost me. I was like,
Like the snake
Yeah,
latches
oh
on
my
the horse.
God.
Either he bites it or latches onto the horse.
So he latches on
Yeah.
and then springs out, and then that's how he beats the horse. So the horse and the snake are not good friends
Yeah.
because of that. The competitive spirit.
man,
Yeah.
Okay.
you really are 30% Chinese, aren't you?
33,
33? Yeah, same.
33, 33,
33.
33, 33, 33.
I'm a pig, though.
Zero
so
one something.
Nobody loved pigs. Anyway, Elijah,
Yeah.
since you've been in the city, you said like you like to try new food.
Yeah.
What is your favorite like restaurant that you've tried in Salt Lake?
I like Acre. I went to Acre not too long ago.
Really?
Acre Smooth, yeah.
Okay.
Was that is that fine dining? Is it fine dining?
Elevated dining?
Elevated. I don't,
Yeah.
yeah.
How,
I mean,
what is their most expensive entree there?
yeah, I didn't even look at all that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
He said, I
stayed in my-
he said, my pockets ain't going there.
Yeah.
He said, I saw the extra zero. I said, never mind.
Just because you work at Roost Chris, he won't.
No,
Yeah.
I'm asking, bro. Because I wanted to work at Acre because my sister said she had a buddy that was managing there. So I was
Oh, okay.
curious how that was.
There, I mean, I like Sapa Sushi.
Sapa's good. Sapa's fire.
Like, I can show y'all my phone. Like, before I moved here, I have a note section of all these places that I want to hit.
Yes.
I still haven't hit. I haven't touched, like, barely any of them. So there's still a lot that I need to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get into. But you have a list. If you guys have some, I'll add them to my list.
Every day
Yeah.
there's a new restaurant that pops up. I'm like,
Hey,
how have
Foodie
we
fam.
Right.
You gotta stop giving that guy love, man. I'm team Queen of SLC, okay?
I'm sorry, bro. He's doing it right. Not that I like it, but he's doing it right.
He's so obnoxious.
Yeah,
if he
but
wants to be
it's-
on the show, fine.
Whoa, okay.
No, I don't know. Hold on.
I'm kidding.
We've been
I'm
dogging
kidding.
him this whole
I know.
time.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know this.
Well,
If he does know, I feel really special. Thank you. But Queen of SLC, we got to get on the show somehow.
There's a fire spot, Central 9th. They
Central
got a
9th
fire,
International.
You know, they have
Yep.
a nice breakfast sandwich.
Dude, that
Yep,
breakfast sandwich, we had it for the first
Man.
time last month, and that is the best breakfast sandwich I've ever
Really?
had.
fire.
Really?
Ever
Over the
had.
last 3 Sundays I was there.
Dude, they sell out too every weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those places. You don't pull up before like noon, all gone.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my
make
God.
their own
Central
bread.
Ninth?
They make their own bread, and
Yeah.
they cut their own processed meats and like
I
everything.
think of
And
Grove Street Deli. for some
it's
reason.
kind of it's a deli. It's
The
a little
cookies are
deli.
fire
okay.
too.
Yeah, oh, dude, they make
Cookies
so much
crazy.
good
I'm
stuff
gonna
there.
try that, dude. I love a deli.
Go
man.
Yeah.
go there. It's right off
Yeah,
the
you have to.
freeway. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
need, maybe we got to do a team outing and do a video there or something.
Yeah, tap in.
Wait, I got a quick question back to Acre. Is it American food? Or is it
It's
like Italian,
it's
or
a
is it-
fusion. It's a
Oh, it's
fusion. I think.
Japanese, isn't it?
It's yeah.
I think it's
yes.
Japanese fusion.
Yeah.
Yatta.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it's Japanese fusion with something else.
Japanese
Yeah.
fusion, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why my sister knew about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, no, Central Ninth is fire. And like I said, every week there's something new that pops up. We got to go try it.
All the time.
Yeah.
We
It's
tried
hard to
that.
keep up.
I've never been to Central Ninth.
There-
Wait, is Grove Street Deli a thing? Or Grove Street Market Deli? You
Yeah.
know what that is?
Grocery market.
That's pretty much what it is.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking about. But I know that they sell stuff like that. They have it's like a little deli, and then they sell like soda and like water.
'Cause
It's
I've
like a
been
little
to
market.
I don't think it's Central Ninth, but like I think it was called Grove Street Market
I
Deli.
know Dover Street Market.
It might be that. I don't know.
So you created this list, and then now you just
Yeah,
trying to knock them out of the way.
Trying to, yeah,
Honestly, any
knock 'em
like
out.
whatever you're like feeling, like what is your jam? Like what is your like favorite thing?
Sushi. I'll probably say
Sushi.
that's my favorite.
Sushi.
And then I like to try new breakfast spots. Like when I'm off on the weekend after I get done with church, I'll go. Like I just went to Frankie and Essel's. Fire. Just go walk around, just vibe out. Go to Public Kitchen.
There you go.
Public Kitchen.
Wait, do you stay in Salt Lake then, downtown?
I'm down in Conwood Heights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
by me.
You're at Collinwood, right?
Oh, you're teaching at Cottonwood?
Where
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. Okay.
okay.
Oh yeah, dude. I live right by
Yeah.
Hillcrest. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm over there.
Hillcrest has like a new building.
Nice at
Yeah.
school. It's
Nice now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
It's like a
crazy.
brand new building. Like they
Pretty
demolished
much.
their old
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
and they-
New. Like when I came
Oh,
in
yeah.
for the interview, I was looking at like before I went in. I
Yeah.
came up here for the interview and I saw the pictures on Google. It wasn't the new ones, and I came out I'm like,
It's
whoa,
crazy.
Okay, hold on.
They're redoing their
The lights
football
are nice
field
and
right
shit,
now.
too,
yeah.
They're redoing everything, and then plus like Maddie and I will take Harvey for a walk, and it's just a huge school.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. We tried that place called Skillets. They were
Ooh,
a food truck.
I saw it on TikTok.
You go try that one. Go try it. That's the one right there.
All right.
They make this fire ass burrito, like Venezuelan burrito. They use
Okay.
it and slow cooked like Venezuelan meats, and it was like so fire.
Oh
Okay.
shoot, that
Yeah,
sounds
try that.
fire.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in.
And then in Sandy, it's Doghouse, but inside there it's a badass burrito. That's
Yeah,
so
right
they
next to
make.
Jordan High School.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wait.
They make the craziest breakfast burrito.
Is that
ever.
badass coffee?
That's
the same
nuts.
thing?
No,
No.
no. It's
That's good
crazy.
though too.
I've been
Because
meaning to
Badass
try
Coffee's
that one,
good.
but
Dude,
I
it's
always
so
forget.
fire. I took Amy the other day, and that shit they
Yeah,
make
you leave.
probably the best breakfast burrito I've ever tried. And you
I thought you were supposed to be on a protein diet.
yeah,
We'll
all
get back to
protein,
that
dude.
later. Oh,
Well,
okay,
that's
okay.
protein. Good.
I thought there was cheese and shit. I thought there was cheese and shit.
That's fine.
I'm just saying. Made a very big deal out of it last time.
Easy there.
Okay,
big
I'm just
fella.
making sure. Okay.
We get our once a week breakfast or dinner.
She was very strict
She
about
is.
it. Okay,
She eats
so I'm just
salmon all
making
week.
sure.
She's doing her thing.
Either way, here's a tip for sushi, right? Because sushi is like some people like this place, some people like this place. Takashi's is fucking expensive, right?
Sakana's
But then-
good.
Sakana's good. I used to
Yeah.
work. That was my first job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first job
Oh,
was
you
busboy.
lived up there. Yeah.
And then but the H Mart. Have you been to H Mart?
I don't know where that is.
Oh, dude, it's
damn, they
in
just
West
added
Jordan
it.
now.
Yeah.
So like they have a whole back area full of like sashimi grade fish. I just go there now, get whatever I want, and then you get like so much.
H
food.
Mart is just like a big, like an Asian
grocery store.
supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Got you.
yeah, for us.
Okay.
I mean, for everybody, but like it's
Yeah.
just like it makes it easier for us to get the things that we
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
there's a big grocery store in other states because I went to the one in Illinois.
Yeah, they're way
California.
bigger out than
way
here,
bigger
than
and
here.
then the fact that we
Gotcha.
got one, it's just like, oh, it's just kind of cool.
It's
Yeah.
similar to like the China market.
Okay.
It's
It's
basically the same
nicer.
thing. Yeah, it is nicer, but it's
nicer,
like
yeah.
it's damn near the same thing.
Damn
Okay.
near.
Yeah.
But one in West Jordan though,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
so it makes it way cooler.
Okay.
I grew up in West Jordan. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
but
right
the-
across the street from Asian City.
Don't want to say anything. Their prices are just outrageous for Asian
H-Mart?
stuff. It's
Yeah.
so
Think
so?
outrageous.
Yeah,
What do you
H-Mart.
mean? I know so.
H Mart is
Yeah,
H Mart is
I
really
know so.
expensive,
Just
bro.
explain
yeah.
to me though, with like which ones are expensive.
everything
Everything-
there
It's
is
marked
expensive.
up. Yeah, it's that bitch is
Veggies
marked.
are not that bad.
Well, veggies are not that bad anywhere.
Veggies not that bad. Fish is not that bad.
No, it's
That
Well,
shit
fish is
marked
going to
up.
be expensive anyway, but still, it's not bad.
But everything's marked up
Yeah.
right now, bro. So what?
Yeah.
yeah, inflation's everywhere.
Try to do something nice.
But yeah, no, we've been on a little food journey too. Like we've been dieting and stuff, but we get the opportunity to try new places every week. So yeah, I've been trying all those places. Skillet, like it's lately just been breakfast stuff.
Yeah.
I love breakfast food.
Me too.
though.
Yeah.
I can
I
never
enjoy
get tired
breakfast
of it.
food.
Yeah, especially when you're up early. It's like, you know what? Let's go try this brunch spot. Let's go
Yep.
see what it's about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Breakfast is so backwards here, though.
yeah.
We
It's
should not
really
be. We should not be
poppin'.
eating that much fucking food and
Yeah.
sugar as a first meal, bro. Like, let's be so real.
Like that's when you go to a breakfast spot though, but when you go to like a brunch spot, it's like a little portion, but you're spending like $20+ on like eggs and bacon.
$20 for avocado toast,
Exactly.
Man.
and that's what you need. But like, damn, I'm
Yeah.
spending $20 for that.
Right.
Make it at
taxes.
home.
I'm not that talented. Okay,
No, well, avocado and toast. You can't make avocado
I'm
and toast.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I just sound like a lazy ass. Okay.
I don't think I'm believing.
And the
I mean-
problem is when you start things like this, Moose actually just believes you, and so like he's
I really
now he
don't-
thinks you're lazy.
I really don't think he's gonna make avocado and toast.
I mean, I mean, get some bread, get avocado. You can mix the avocado the way you want to mix it with salt, whatever, onions, whatever you
I
want
mean,
to
if you're gonna
parsley,
disrespect
whatever.
the avocado and toast like that,
Yeah, whatever.
you should talk about it with more tender care.
Whatever, man. Great source of fat, by the way. So if you want to get fat, avocado is the way to do it because it's good fat.
Peas Chef Special. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with your journey now and the brand, where do you want to take it?
I just want to be able to scale it to where I could, have community events. I'm able to give back. I'm able to create a platform to where I can have, students get involved to give them maybe financial literacy or give them, understanding of different realms of what adulthood may look like, and have different speakers of different, origins be able to come in and be able to give them framework that can be very applicable to what they're going to see, in life, and just being able to give them those tools to be, successful.
Yeah.
And just being able to, give back and utilize it as an opportunity just to continue to spread and build community and just have events. It's just things like that, just be able to scale it so I can provide and do those things.
Well, that's
Creating an environment and community where everybody can be safe and vulnerable and learn from
Yeah.
the example that you're providing, man. That's dope. Yeah.
I'm trying.
yeah, because you see a lot of events in Utah where people are just doing their clothing right, and that's how, or just other events where they're just trying to put things together.
Yeah.
But you never really see an event that has the opportunity to teach and also grow from. You know, in this position, like we've been doing clothing for 7 years, and I never thought of the idea. We've always had the idea of building a community,
Yeah.
but through the clothing, not with the clothing itself, and teaching them. It's like, hey, this is what you can do, and then incorporating the people around you, because we know a lot of amazing people from the podcast, and that would be amazing to do.
Intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think that we've ever did something with the intention of. Don't get me wrong. I think we teach like unconsciously, like regardless of humans.
Yeah.
But I think when we do an event, our intentions weren't to teach them how to do what we do, but more so inspire. So I think that's a great point to have is to give a segment or give a piece of teaching with whatever that you decide to provide the event for, whether it was making music, whether it was putting a logo on a shirt, whether it's painting on pants.
Yeah.
So I
Where
think
they
that's-
can really kind of take something away.
Yeah, exactly. To actually do it there, I think that's actually a great idea. Don't take it from us. Just
And I think it's dope to have, people come together so we can, network and, collaborate and build together and kind of bounce ideas off each other. Just be an environment to where, everyone's kind of on the same page and the egos are aside. We know that, all of us have a spot to win. What can I add to your life? To make things easier, just give you insight, whatever the case may be, just be an environment where we can all grow from each other,
100%.
things like that.
Damn.
So
You just give me an idea. Should we say it?
We don't know the idea, so you should say.
Well,
it.
like you know how it's like kind of just like finding a place to kind of create together.
Of course.
Because I think a lot of the events that fashion's kind of centered around, it's like, look what I did. But then I think it's kind of cool to kind of like create something in the moment all together, like how Gateway, when they would have like the chalk drawing festival, like something where a place where a lot of creative people, even like young kids, can come in and we can actually do something kind of progressive just for even ourselves too. Sorry, that was my idea. I just had a brain blast.
I think it's very possible for us to do something like that.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
it's just a matter of fact of finding the space.
Yeah, that's
all it
always
is.
that's always the kicker.
Finding
Now-
the space and execution.
Now,
is
do
really
we
the
have
biggest thing.
all the resources for that? Not necessarily, but I think that if we are able to hold each other accountable within our community and have people provide resources as well as us, I
Yeah.
think that'll go a lot,
Yeah.
a long way for us, honestly. Hey, you got the blanks. Hey, I'll get some paint. I'll get some,
Yeah, because even like even when Tay would like spray paint on a canvas. Like everybody just grab your canvas. We have
Exactly.
like paint,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever you want to use to like paint on. Just kind of something like that. Nothing too crazy, which is definitely very doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, progressively, this is something that might be possible. If you ever put this together, we would love to be a part of it in some type
for
of
sure.
way.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I think as you know, still building here, still fresh, being able to meet, you know, new people and having, you know, a collective, and me just trying to figure out venues and kind of how to put it all together. But yeah, no, for sure. And yeah, you guys as well. I'd love to be a part of anything you guys got, you know, good going on.
Oh, so many ideas just happen when we sit here, bro. Like my brain just be fucking.
It was just crazy.
And then I just stopped,
and then
bro.
he stopped thinking.
And I just stopped. Yeah, exactly. I just stopped working, bro. And this shit just like.
This is working.
Well, yeah. So like
This is
everything
it.
else, I'm like,
We've been with P when he gets a spark of an idea. He like sits on it for like at least a few hours. He's like, oh my God, so many options, so many things.
I have a hard time of getting my ideas out
Gotcha.
correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
Or for other people to understand, because it makes so much sense in my head, bro. And they're like, "What are you like? Are you sure this is what you want to do or how you want to do it?" I'm like, "Yes."
I've experienced it firsthand. Yeah.
Yeah, we all have. Let's go back in the past, though. So this is obviously an unconventional direction that you went. You know, you went from wanting to play basketball and doing all that stuff. What did you want to do originally before, you know, you went to college or, you know, when you were a kid?
Yeah, what was the dream, actually? Shit.
Honestly, when I go back and think, I don't think I had like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be this, I want to be that. So I think, going into college, I'm like, shoot, I don't know. I mean, I had an undeclared, you know, major, but I knew I wanted to kind of center it around sports still. That was something that was comfortable to me, so that's kind of why I went down that route. And then, just kind of teaching just came, you know, upon me. So I'm like, okay,
Naturally.
let me, you know, do something with this. Maybe, you know, that was God's purpose for me. I didn't really have anything that sparked anything when I was young. I mean, I'm just going, you know, through the course and doing my best with anything that I can. And then,
There we go.
you know, once, you know, that time where I finished my associate's degree, all right, it's time to figure out which lane are you going.
Right.
So I started that one, stopped, and then I went over to teaching route, and it's been a blessing ever since. I'm glad that stumbled upon me. I went that route because it's been super meaningful. I've been able to meet a lot of people. I've been impacted by a lot of my students or all my students. So this is a great place to be, a great place that I've been able to, you know, grow and, you know, cultivate a, you know, community through.
This goes back to the conversation we had with Big Rob. When we had that, I talked about being an example for kids to find out what they love. And as a kid, essentially, what it sounds like is that you didn't know what it was that you loved or you dreamed of or what you wanted so badly. And then what had happened was you coached at a juvenile center.
Yeah.
And then you realized that you can make an impact, not raise them, but make an impact, a positive impact on these young men and lead an example and create a community. And so, like, I think, and I'm so happy for you because that's awesome that you were able to find this for yourself to teach, because you went and made a positive impact for young men, and then you're like, damn, I truly enjoyed what I just did for these other people. I can do it in a bigger scale. So you went teaching. And then even then, you're like, wait, teaching's awesome, but now I can create another community outside of this. And I think that's really dope that you found that, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, life is weird. You know, it's so because
you don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know what happened, bro.
Yeah,
right.
You expect certain things, and you're like, I want to do this, or like, I think I want to do this, and then you end up doing something that's completely opposite of what you wanted to do, and you're like, oh shit, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. No, you're making me think. It's just very sweet. That was a very sweet sentiment because I feel that right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is true. You never know what direction you're going to go into. You can have all these dreams about doing something in your life, and then one day you're gonna be like, you know what? That's not what I want to do. And I like that you were so free about it that you got into college undeclared, and you were like, you know what? I really enjoy this.
Yeah.
And then you kind of figured it out from there, and then through each of the lanes and directions that you went, it kind of incorporated your past lives.
Yeah.
It makes sense, bro. Like when you tell me this, like at that time, it probably doesn't make sense at all. But like when you tell me this I just met you today, bro. So I don't, but the timeline of who you're you're showing me today, it makes sense on who you are and who I've met today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's so cool, bro.
No,
Because
yeah, it
sometimes
is
when you
really
meet
cool.
people and they give you those stories, and not to say that people are being disingenuous at all, but like sometimes you take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? You take things with like, sure, like I believe that happened. I believe this is what you want to do, blah, blah. But with like my experience with you, bro, like I truly believe that everything that you do and say is like, it has intention and it has like meaning to it. 100%.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I feel like there's like times where I've been definitely in like uncharted territories where I tried this or tried this, but I think all those things were of the development that I needed to be right here where I am now.
Yeah.
And maybe not understanding those things at that time, but just kind of going with the process and trusting God's plan that I will be where I'm supposed to be. And all these different seasons of my life are just seasons of development to make sure that I'm able to steward the things I have now.
Yeah.
At a high level.
100%.
See, that's what I was talking about, though. Like he turns whatever it is into a positive somehow.
He's like, somehow.
No, it's like, it is great.
It's great you could do that.
I think it's amazing because as humans, we hold on to a lot of negative connotations. Everything that goes on, every little thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to flip that switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with what you were talking about, he was like, everything is development. And that's how you kind of figured it out. It's like, I'm going to learn from this and then go from there.
He'd have a great career in sales. I tell you what, bro. If you knock on those doors, I promise you sell it almost every damn door, bro.
His next drop is 50 shirts, door to door.
Yep.
If you can do that.
Man, out the trunk with it. Out the trunk, go get down.
That might be
Out the trunk.
Dude,
On some Larry June stuff.
Don't steal our idea. Don't steal our idea. No, I'm God, bro. Fucking content. This is great content, bro. Like you make 50 shirts. You go to a random neighborhood, bro. You sell these shirts as if you're selling fucking solar or pest control.
That's crazy.
No, dead ass.
No, I'm liking this.
And then
I'm liking this.
build those relationships with those families or whatever, those homes. Like, hey, you got any kids or do you enjoy the shirt? Blah, blah, blah. And then boom, you sell 50 shirts, that whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right, we're having a cookout.
Yeah. Oh,
That's crazy.
No, dude.
I like it. I like it.
Just
Yeah.
individually make face to face and like, hey, I'm doing this. It could just be a cool project,
Throw
cool
a little
idea,
block
bro.
party.
Yeah.
Man,
His
that's
pitch
vibes.
would
Yeah.
be crazy. It's like, I don't know how I got here.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Like, I'm supposed to be
This
here.
is, it's just
like,
a shirt,
oh,
G.
I was actually just dropped off in a random neighborhood and I was told to sell 50 shirts.
And I met you.
And
You're
if
the
I
first
don't
person.
do this, I die.
Okay.
So help me, please.
I'm kidding.
In Utah, they're going to be like, yeah, just die.
I was like, is it really $60? Okay.
But at the end of it, if I sell all 50 shirts, you get a block party for the community.
Yeah.
Community.
It's like the boss is like, well, you got to work overtime. But
Like,
you
I
get a
don't like
pizza
that.
party.
I like that. That's
No,
for
that's
sure.
a fun way to think about it too. You can really build your
and
community off
possibly get like the kids that you teach involved or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, like, hey, let's just go do a cool project, like a class
Yeah.
project or whatever. And then
Yeah.
get familiar with faces and, have them learn about how these people, what careers they're in. And, it can go really deep,
Yeah.
bro. It really can.
Yeah.
good.
Especially with you being a teacher, bro. Like this
Yeah.
thing can be very a positive.
Are you telling
Yeah.
like the kids to go on a fleet? Like just fucking
Yo, let's
your own
dip.
little like door-to-door sales
No.
t-shirt team?
Well, yeah, kind of. Man,
Going on a field trip, yo.
So he's
like, I got 30 employees.
Let's say we give him the summer, right? Let's just once again, this is all just hypothesis.
Okay.
Say Elijah decides like, hey, I want to do this. We give you the summer, right?
You said hypothesis.
God.
Yeah, whatever. Wrong word, whatever. Fucking
Hypothetical situation.
Hey, I
Hypothesize.
hear you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
hypothetical
I'm with you.
situation. Sorry,
Yeah.
hypothesis. This is not a fucking science problem. Okay.
He does that to everybody.
Summer comes, and before summer ends or before school ends, Elijah goes, "Hey, I'm gonna do this project, sell 50 shirts in a neighborhood, and you sign up students that are willing to do that, right?
Yeah.
So you have the whole summer. You plan out the weekend, the days or whatever. Boom. This day I need you here, and we're gonna do this. I'll pick you up, and then you
Yeah.
just. I'm here with my student. He finds interest of creating clothes. I'm showing him an example of a way we can get this exposure. Blah blah.
Yeah, no, you sparked something up here, so thank you for saying that.
Yeah. So
I'm not, like I love the idea, but like the whole
how are you gonna sell a shirt
is
door to door?
It's literally like the new girl or the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
No cookies are just
Oh,
fucking
God.
fire t-shirts.
But exactly. But we're being creative. We're not making cookies.
Yeah.
We're being creative. Whether it's a CD, whether it's
the new Billionaire Boys Club. Like
it's a sneaker, a hat, whatever it is. Yeah. And once again, you could like you said, this can go a lot deeper with like you said, the kids that actually have interest in creating stuff like this.
Yeah.
So you can go one-on-one with them with a one-of-one with them,
Yeah.
and then hopefully find a home that actually finds a piece that, it's a cool project. Like I said,
I like it, bro. I like it.
Yeah, any way you can incorporate your community is amazing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you let us know if we need to be there to help with content.
so-
hey, shit, with
Content.
recording,
I'll be there with content.
Hey, we're just
Hell
recording.
yeah.
If you don't want us to record, hey, we'll turn the camera off.
For sure. No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. So we're coming towards the end of the podcast. This is where we open up the floor. If you have any questions for us, we would love to answer. And then, or shout outs for anyone out there. And then we have our closing segment called the Chef Special. Just free advice to the viewers, something that you can provide to them. You've been giving free game this whole episode, but something that you've taken in life that you can, provide to everyone else.
Okay. I'll start with the question for you guys. What's your guys' why behind the pod, and what's been the most fulfilling part about you guys doing this?
I'll go first. Fuck it. Yeah. The why, man. At first, bro, it was more so for me to just somehow be creative with myself and having conversations because I enjoy these things that we do here.
Yeah.
In reality. I wouldn't say it was too deep though, honestly. Like it was just I found it fun and I enjoy these conversations in reality. Other than that, like I want to lead by example, and I preach this to them and to everybody that I speak with. I just want to lead by example for the people in my community, which is the Southeast Asian culture that we're first generation American, where you don't know if you want to go to school, you don't know if you want to work the corporate ladder, you don't know if you want to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever that may be, but you want to be creative in the arts, music, modeling, and I just wanted to be that for them. And I think this is a great example for them to understand who I am as a person.
For sure.
And sorry, second question was it?
The most fulfilling part since you guys have been able to assemble what you guys are doing.
So basically the most fulfilling part is when I do go in public, and once again, I'm not famous by any means, bro, but when people
You're
come
famous. You're local famous.
You're a local
I
famous,
hate
yeah.
that, bro.
I've never seen somebody pull up to an event unless you're throwing it.
Shut the fuck up.
Your birthday. It was your birthday though. It was. You packed out that place.
I
You
did.
did it, but you did it back years.
I did.
And so
everybody
you have to-
loved it.
So
Yeah.
you are local famous.
Yeah.
I need to be at the next one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
for sure.
you will be. You will be.
Say less.
I'll be doing more. But yeah, when I see people out in public that I don't even know and come up to me, and this happens more often than not, which is weird. I find it weird for some reason.
It was weird.
But they come up like, "Hey, man, I really enjoyed the pod." The thing that lights that light bulb for me the most is that the fact that like you guys interview so many different people, and I think that means so much to me because me and Tade try our best to be creative with who we have on. And of course, majority is people that like do music or clothes.
Yeah.
But at the same token, we've had people that makes fucking tech deck wheels, bro, skate deck wheels.
yeah.
Like we've had
Okay.
people that own a food truck. We had people that fucking were running for a seat in the
Yeah, they're a
office.
candidate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
candidates in the office. We just had a bunch of different people, and the fact that other people appreciate that we're doing our best to kind of be creative with people we have on means a lot to me, honestly, because we do it with intention. Honestly,
Yeah.
we don't want to just be, as cliche as it sounds, a regular old podcast where we just bullshit and talk, and which is what we do. But like we try to shine light on different avenues in different lives to show an example that you can walk any path of life you want to.
Facts.
You really can.
And they're all local here.
Exactly.
Like it's like you guys.
So these
have
are
been
people you
around
can talk to.
Like
Yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah, these are people you can reach out to and talk to if those are things that you want to kind of be in.
Yeah. For sure.
What about your
For me,
why?
go? My why, mine are very selfish reasons because my why is, well, I don't know. I just love having a good conversation.
Of course.
And then meeting like just different people from walks of life, which kind of goes into the second question too. But it's like, before it's very much what P said. It was kind of first, we're just fun, shooting the shit.
Yeah.
We literally talked about, I think, like our favorite dinosaur or something like that. Like something really random, which I also enjoy, but it's really kind of become, it's like, who else are we going to meet, And it kind of goes into the second question of like, what is like my biggest takeaway? How do you phrase it? Second question, how we phrase it?
Fulfillment.
Fulfillment.
How we're fulfilled, but it's
Yeah.
like it's like a mix because the fulfilling part is like hearing about somebody's like history or creative process, and
Yeah.
me kind of finding a way to relate to that, which it makes me feel kind of a little bit more a part of a community. Like we're all kind of experiencing these things at different times, and we're also kind of finding ourselves within that whole process too. So a lot of it, like the why and the fulfilling part, is it's a little selfish, but I definitely I think it's brought my life a lot of value.
I'm just saying, you want to just feel more human. It sounds like at the end of the day.
Yeah. And then also just kind of feel connected in a way that I never thought I would to even like the city I grew up in, because a lot of us like kind of know the same people, hang out with the same friends that we have for like years. But then also like seeing that like, oh, you went to whatever high school that was literally like a few minutes away from me, and then also like you had all these experiences and we're all kind of sharing the same space. It's really cool. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. More so for me, my why is we went to an event and I knew that I needed to be at that event. Like I didn't want to be there as a bystander. I wanted to be there as a vendor. And so I wanted to create a path that was different than every other clothing brand by starting with the content, by doing a podcast. And there's a million podcasts out there, right? And so how did we stand out in Utah by doing a podcast, but also trying to do clothing and then trying to build a community based off that?
Yeah.
And then it turned into a different why. And now we sit here every week and it's the same thing Moose and P were talking about, is building this community connection with people that we've never met or crossed paths with, and having the opportunity to be able to speak with them, because there's a lot of amazing people here in Utah. Amazing people everywhere.
In general, bro. There's 8 billion of us, bro.
But how many times do you cross paths with these people? Like how we crossed paths one time before, and
right.
if we didn't have that lunch together, it would have been different.
Yeah,
right.
facts.
And so creating memories or taking the opportunity to connect those paths is where I'm at right now. That's kind of my fulfillment. It's being able to have the opportunity to sit and have these conversations with people and give them a place or a platform. Our platform may not be that big, but we want to really sit here and have these conversations.
Yeah, I think that's fire. I enjoyed my time on here. Cool.
Thank you.
It's always funny because we're right towards the end, like right towards the middle, it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's like all the weird stuff starts coming out, and then people are like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
Like they're talking about what?
I mentioned the foreskin. So.
Yes.
Kids, if you're in his class, don't blame Elijah for that. That's my fault.
This is a variety show, guys. A variety of topics.
But yeah, no, and for me, I had a lot of negative thoughts about the podcast towards the end of last year.
Yeah.
Not even, it was just built up, throughout the year. You have high expectations for your brand and the people that are on there, and, the people that come on, and you're like, why can't this be where it's at? And then at the beginning of this year, I just learned that, you know what, don't have expectations for anything. Just go into it and appreciate that the people are giving them your time to be able to have the platform that we have, and then utilize it where it's at. So that's why we want to build a community around this as well. Anyone that wants to learn or, connect with other people, most of these people that come onto this podcast are willing to be reached out to and speak about what they do.
Yeah. And I just want to touch one last thing on what you said, but then we can move on.
Yeah.
There was a quote. I forgot his name. He's like, he stars in Sing Sing. You guys would like, like know who he is if you saw him.
Yeah.
But he like said something cool because he wasn't a leading man until like, I think in his 40s. He didn't get a leading part until his 40s. But he was like, it kind of, I was just living the life of an artist. Like you go in, you do the work, you might get a small part, you might do a little this, but you never really see the monetary value, or you might not see the monetary value right away, but it doesn't really matter because that is the life of an artist. Like you're doing it for the love of the work. And I just it kind of made me realize, I was like, I don't have to kind of sit there and like grab the steering wheel 100% of the time and like try to jostle it my own way. Because as long as we're kind of on the journey, you kind of have to almost enjoy the work more than anything else. Yeah. So I think that's kind of like the part of, I was always kind of into being in the driver's seat, but now it's like you realize like you don't have as much control as you once thought you did.
Yeah. Now none of us are in the driver's seat.
I mean,
I don't know who has the wheel, bro.
Who has
Somebody got it.
It's
Someone's
driving.
guiding us.
Yeah, but I don't
I think
know.
we're just in a sailboat and we're just waiting for the wind to blow.
That's
like,
there we go.
Where's it gonna take us, baby? We moved a little bit.
No, and thank you for asking that. We really do appreciate it whenever we get the chance to speak about what we do, because we're 130 episodes in, and
That's fire.
a lot of people don't really know who we are.
Yeah.
You know, we get.
Yeah.
So when people see us, they're like, "Yeah, we love the podcast, but we need to learn more about you." And I'm like, "Man, go watch episode 1 through 8, and then you'll figure out who I really am."
1 through 8. We got to do an update. We got to do updated videos.
Congrats though on 130. That's major. So
Thank
congrats.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
be
We gotta
2
read
years.
those videos.
2 years in April is crazy to think
That's
about. That's
cold.
coming around the corner.
2 years?
So wild.
2 years.
Has it really been 2 years?
It's been 2 years. Yeah, 2
What
years in
the
April.
fuck?
Well, if we did, like I said, we did 2 years work in 1 year.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Time
I'm
is just a
growing old. These
just a
days are getting
man-made
by
construct.
faster, bro. I don't like this. I think about this shit every day. I'm like, damn, these days are going by way faster.
They are.
I'm waking up like, damn, I'm still tired.
It's because you're sleeping too much.
Well, we'll go ahead and end it off with the chef special. Free advice to the viewers.
One thing I would say, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. And that the secret to your success is hidden in what you do daily. So just being able to be as intentional as you can with the days that you guys have and the days or the time that you guys have. I believe your output is, connected to your actions. Just being able to have a plan and systems, in alignment to your purpose will allow you to be, fruitful in whatever area that you're trying to be, fruitful in. So I think, just being intentional and understand that, what you do daily is going to allow you to have the outcomes that you want.
Beautiful choice of
That
words.
is beautiful.
Beautiful
yeah.
choice of
That was
words.
very
I told
well
y'all.
said.
I told them last week. I was
Choice of
like,
words.
next week we have someone very inspirational coming on. They were like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I was like,
Beautiful
"No,
choice of
I
words.
feel a lot of inspiration when like I said, from that conversation. We didn't really have too much of a conversation, but I
Yeah.
really got to know you just off the simple things, that you were doing, or the way you were navigating the conversation and always turning things into a positive. And eventually, I sat there and I was like, man. I don't want to say anything negative because this guy, he's going to know how to turn it to a positive and figure it out. But then from those moments, we probably 30 minutes to an hour, and I really sat there and got to know you just from little things like that.
I'm glad you're friends with Brian Chow.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian again.
Yeah.
Motion, man.
Shout out to Brian.
Motion, man. Oh, God.
But make sure you guys follow everything in the description below.
Yep.
Elijah, thank you for being
you, brother.
here.
No, thank you guys. Been a blessing.
Yeah.
And make sure you guys pop out an event, whatever Elijah's doing in Utah, wherever he may be, check it out. If you
Door
guys have any
sales.
questions,
Yeah.
you guys
In
have
the
any,
mix here soon this summer. Sign up.
Slang these
Dude,
t-shirts.
I promise you, that's a great content idea anyways, bro.
No, yeah, we're not taking that away from you. That
was a great
No, that was
idea.
great. He doesn't believe anything we say because he just. Honestly, people don't believe anything I say as well. so-
People don't believe me either, bro.
Yeah. No, but that was a great idea. Make sure you guys see P's door to door.
Yeah, door experiment. It's an experiment.
Experiment right now.
But thank you guys for tuning
Our
in. Episode
hypothesis.
130 Off the Menu Podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Play
Word of the day.
beautiful, play proper, stupid. Hypothesis.
Yeah.
Hypotheses.